In the previous video, we added a vendor to our vendor list. We are now ready to add items to the system. To do this, we need to go to Inventory, Items. Item stock is added to existing item templates. Currently, we only have one type of item, so let's add another one. Each item template requires a SKU. For this example, we're going to use 1234. The procedure code of your item goes here. Let's put in a code for a wheelchair. The name will automatically be entered based on the procedure code, but we can change it if we want. The item type by default is set to not serialized. Because wheelchairs are generally serialized, let's change this. In the Item Attributes section, we can add custom attributes like color or shape to our item template to make it more descriptive. Attributes can be added in the Create New Item Attributes area on the right. As you can see, we already have an attribute of color with a value of gray. Let's add that attribute and value to our item template. These two drop-down boxes will have the available attributes and values, respectively. The item quantity area has 3 gray boxes, which will be updated automatically: quantity on hand, average cost per unit, and average sale price. If our items come in lots, we can select the Lotted checkbox. If we check the Auto-Generate Purchase Order box, the system will automatically generate a purchase order once the stock on hand is equal to or below the quantity in the minimum quantity box, for example, 5 wheelchairs. The amount to be reordered is set in the Reorder Quantity box. Let's set this to 5 as well. Once we click Save, we can see that our item template has been added. However, we currently have 0 wheelchairs. Let's click on the green plus sign to add stock to our item. The date the item or items were received is required. The vendor drop-down list contains all the vendors in the vendor list. Let's select our ZZ vendor. If the item is part of a lot, we can select that lot here. Setting up lots will be demonstrated in a later video. If the item is serialized, like our wheelchairs are, we can put in a serial number here. Because they are serialized, the quantity we can add at once is fixed at 1. If we had marked the wheelchairs as not serialized when we made the item template, we could specify more. The cost per unit from the vendor goes in the cost box. We can specify if the item is a rental here. In this example, we are going to be renting out our wheelchairs. Once we say yes, the website will ask if the item is a capped rental if that code has not been set up before. Capped rentals go for 13 months and have special middle modifiers for each month. Let's say yes. Because our item is a rental, we can specify a maintenance interval. Once we click Add, our item stock history below will be updated and our stock on hand will increase by the specified quantity. We can return to the main items page using the Return button. Now we can see the number of wheelchairs on hand is 1.